the major is 10 major changes in the world after the Korean media unveiled the Wuhan pneumonia. The main trend loses the trust of countries. Wuhan pneumonia, COVID-19, even coronary pneumonia, broke out, impacting the global economic system, causing many large factories to face huge losses. Recently, the Korean media Kosan Evil organized interviews with 24 experts from various fields in the world, including Ambassador Choneva, Vice Chairman of the European Union's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Professor at the European University in Italy, Professor at the Yale University in the United States, Nomura, the Research Institute's Executive Economist monitoring in AO, list 10 possible major changes in the future. Number 1, deglobalization. As transportation and communication become more and more convenient, globalization has become a major trend. In response to this phenomenon, companies have established timely supply chains to reduce inventory and improve production efficiency. However, the outbreak of the epidemic made everyone aware of the pressure inside of global production. Many companies have already made all production sites are transferred back to the home country. In accordance with the concept of self-sufficiency, so it is speculated that deglobalization and the reduction of international cooperation may become the trend of the new world in the future. Large government, number 2, large government may emerge and become mainstream. Last month, the Hungarian parliament passed a bill that the Prime Minister has the power to extend the national emergency indefinitely, and that administrative orders can override existing laws. Experts speculate that governments of various countries may strengthen the sense of existence on the ground of epidemic prevention. The giant government will become the norm. The strongman with a strong authoritarian tendency will likely appear around the world as in 1918 after the Spanish flu. Communism began to spread throughout the world. Number 3, Japanization of the world economy. Monetary policy has always been a major means for countries around the world to prevent economic decline, and the outbreak of the epidemic undoubtedly gave the government reasons to do so. However, excessive issuance of currency will also lead to an increase in national debt, which will eventually cause the economy to fall into a long-term low growth state, just like the disappearing 20 years that Japan has experienced after signing the Plaza Agreement. Number 4, the EU faces a crisis of survival. After the UK completed the Brexit agreement, the EU became more vulnerable. In addition to this wave of epidemics, some core countries, such as Italy and Spain, have suffered severe impacts, which will cause the EU to become more imbalanced in the future. As long as any country in Southern Europe collapses, the EU may face a crisis of collective recession. Number 5. The international status of the mainland China in recent years have been able to compete with the world's major powers under the rapid development. However, pointing out that the closeness, confidentiality, and immature public health system of the mainland China government will cause the outside world to feel mistrust of it. So, if China cannot afford to bear the international responsibility, it should be difficult to be regarded as an advanced country in the world. Number 6. The rise of populism. The epidemic has severely impacted the economy and the many industries, facing the crisis of shutdown. Most of these industries are service industries, including hotels, bars, restaurants, and other places. A large number of low-income workers are facing unemployment crisis. It may be a huge difference between rich and poor in the society. So some experts worry that excessive polarization may contribute to the rise of populism. Number 7. Home office becomes mainstream. The epidemic has forced many companies to face the crisis that employees need to stay at home for independent health management and home isolation. So a new form of office work, home office, has surfaced. This concept actually appeared a few days ago, but it was not widely recognized at the beginning. However, the emergence of the epidemic made everyone have to face it. Therefore, experts predict that this will set off a new wave of popularity, and this will re-establish the boundary between work and life. Number 8. Shaking hands into history. To prevent the spread of the epidemic, our countries have launched social distance announcements calling on the public to avoid unnecessary physical contact. Therefore, some experts estimate that after this epidemic, the handshake method of greeting will become history. Number 9. A new generation is born. Young people born between 1982 and 2000 were given a nickname, millennial belt, because they faced financial crisis as soon as they were out of society. Similarly, this epidemic also caused severe economic shocks. So some experts predict that young people of Generation Z, born in 1995 to 2010, may also face the same crisis. Number 10. Learn to respect the environment. Before the outbreak, serious natural disasters broke out in many parts of the world, making everyone wonder whether this is a counterattack of the environment. With the outbreak of the epidemic, the use of most vehicles has dropped significantly and air pollution has been alleviated. A reviewer of the European Federation for Transport and the Environment said, although greenhouse gases have significantly reduced and emissions. The key is still whether we can maintain them. It may be a big reversal and a change of environment and the science for people. The above content refer to the internet for retailing. Okay, next I continue to say something that is coronavirus pandemic. I'm thinking 27 things. Now, number one, China would like to pick up the leading position of the USA in the world. Number two, China's use of coronavirus pandemic confusing all over the world in order to create a third world war. Number three, Vladimir Putin is a visionary leader. Number four, prevention saves more lives than action at the last moment. Number five, health professionals are worth more than football players. Number six, Europeans are not as educated as they appear. Number seven, we are not mistaken when we ask for more hospitals and a death world. Number eight, children occupy a privileged place in nature. Number nine, oil is worthless in the society without consumptions. Number 10, death does not distinguish race, color, or society's trader. Number 11, human beings are opportunistic and despicable no matter their social economic position when raising prices. Number 12, toilet paper is more important rather than food. Number 13, social networks bring us closer, but it is also the means to create a panic. Number 14, now we know how animals feel in June. Number 15, today's children no longer know how to play without internet or TV. Number 16, there are those who drink millions and do not serve humanity. Number 17, computer engineers are important. They already know where the internet failed. Number 18, healthcare workers are alone, abandoned, and forgotten. Even so, they never give up. Number 19, children are now educated as free thinkers by their parents. Number 20, does aid favor the wealthy and the needy? Those who live day by day are disoriented. Number 21, no pastor saved the coronavirus patients. Number 22, we started to appreciate the great gesture of trust that also means shaking hands. Number 23, human beings are the real viruses on this planet. Number 24, the planet regenerates quickly without human beings. Number 25, we are not prepared for a pandemic. Number 26, politicians take the opportunity to pull the rug from the rival. Number 27, more care should be invested in health rather than festivals. The above content refer to the internet for retailing. Thank you very much.